Your sisters are here, ready, open, and as fabulous as possible. These are your sweets, Makita
and Melanie.
And you're now listening to Girl,
What?
Well, you know how every show begins. We have our drink of the day. Today's drink is...
We are drinking Roscato.
Mm-hmm.
Northern Italy provides a spectacular backdrop for Roscato, a violet hued, not violet, y'all, Hi, Lord, the Roscato, baby.
Oh my goodness, a
violet hued red with aromatic notes of cherry, blackberry, and red raspberry. I'm sorry, I've been drinking.
Listen, it's Labor Day weekend, baby,
and it's a party going on right now.
It's a party. So today's discussion, we're talking about family over everything, baby.
Everything.
I don't know why that made me want to do that.
Are you drinking bubbly too?
Listen, I have been drinking.
You normally don't drink it.
I don't.
You normally fake it.
I fake it, but today I fake it. I made it.
If y'all can see the dance that she's really eating. I'm normally the goofy one.
I'm pretty goofy.
Okay, so we have some ladies in the building. Some of them are going to talk, some of them are not. But we actually are having a family Labor Day party. We have friends, but I'm going to say family because everybody is family.
Everyone's
that's in this
family.
building to me.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I mean, I was with Melanie earlier, and yes, she did say, she's going to have a big party, and family's going to be here, and DJ, and I see tents, and I see all this food, and then I left. I was gone for like 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, and it's like swole.
It's like what?
It's swole.
People from Miami might not know swole. Remember, we are iHeartRadio, so it's people from everywhere.
It's thick.
They might not know what that is either. A lot of people.
It's a lot of people. See, I could be real hood if I wanted to.
With pearls on?
Yes! Well, I'm not wearing my pearls today.
Yeah.
Just my bracelets, darling.
Let me get that glass.
No!
Give me no more.
I love it. Okay, so back to... Let's focus now. We're talking about family over everything. I actually did get some people asking me questions.
I got some talking points.
But
we have... Y'all go ahead.
Let's have our guests introduce.
We have some
themselves.
ladies in the building in the woman cave.
No
men allowed today.
No.
Jay and Money Mark, they won't be back on the show for a while. This is a ladies movement.
We'll pull them in at a later date. I think last week was pretty.
It was
cool,
a good show though.
Yes. So introduce yourself, ladies.
Hi, iHeartRadio. I'm Vivek. Hi, iHeartRadio. I'm Vivek.
And we have
Maria Mori, Nicola, and Renee.
Now, these fabulous ladies are also colleagues.
Yeah.
Of Melanie.
These are my colleagues.
Yeah.
My family. Actually.
Another extension of the family. Lovely ladies. So, I mean, we wanted to talk about family.
Yeah, family over everything. That's what they say.
There's this article, Life Hacker, and it's a bit of a deviation, but this says top 10 family issues you can overcome. I thought that was an interesting article. Yeah. I'll read a couple of them, and we can maybe talk about it, or we can just, So, top 10, number 10 says being far from your family. The holidays are especially tough times. We're on Labor Day weekend. Even if you wouldn't want to live closer to them for the rest of the year, but getting homesick can happen at any time of the year. I find that to be very true. I'm Jamaican, meaning both of my parents are Jamaican, and I was born in the U.S. So according to my parents, I'm not Jamaican, I'm American, but I think there are some cultural differences where I can say I am Jamaican.
And you know how to cook ackee and saltfish.
Of course, darling.
That's our national dish.
That's our national dish. So, and so right now, like my mother lives in Montego Bay. She moved back about 10 years ago. I have not been to Jamaica to see her in probably about 5 or so years. And so there's a bit of homesickness there. And
that's why you're my family.
And that's why I'm your family.
Yeah.
But no, that even though we're not going to go into all 10 issues, like that's something that it resonates with me, as well as as a lot of
this next one.
Other
things. Is there a such thing as being too close to family?
No, I don't think so.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
You think so?
Especially when you're married.
Yeah, they give you a personal life.
Yeah.
Okay, hence, I'm single.
Ready to mingle.
I'm ready to mingle, though. And if I need to detach from my family, detach.
You gonna detach from me?
Not you.
Oh.
My siblings.
Oh.
Because I'm living with my siblings.
If you do, it's fine. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
If you get married and you detach, I'm good with that.
I wouldn't detach from you.
No, but I know there's a limit.
Why?
When you get married, there's a limit.
Really?
Yeah. You still my boo, but you gotta handle your man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with that. Men just entered the room.
Come on. Family's opening our studio door right now.
Yeah, so it's going to be a revolving door, people coming in and out. So just please forgive the slight interruptions, which is cool.
But yeah, I think I agree. I think being too close can be a problem, especially when you start to have a relationship with someone else. I think when you're a family member or when you have a family member, there needs to be boundaries. Mm-hmm. There needs to be boundaries set. That, okay, we're family, you and my brother and my sister, or you're my mom or my dad, but I'm grown, and this, I have my own household, so I love y'all, but whatever happens between me and my significant other, that's between me and my significant other.
You're absolutely right, and I did not... Yeah, please.
Go ahead, Vivek.
But I think that sometimes it's the fault of the person that's in the relationship because they share too much with their family members, and then their family members start to have an attitude towards the person that they're with, and that's what causes a problem.
Yeah.
So if your family member can't handle you sharing with them and not reacting to the person in a certain way or trying to mediate without your permission, then you can't share it with that person.
Exactly.
So can I share a story?
Sure.
One of my sisters, it was that exact same scenario, and it was hard for me to delineate between, you just want my opinion right now, and that tomorrow you're going to be back with this same person, and now I have to pretend that yesterday didn't happen.
Yes,
it happened
like yesterday didn't happen.
And listen,
it's done with that person.
You still have to, yeah.
It takes a lifetime, and they're still with the person.
Oh my God!
It takes 10 years.
Listen. They've been breaking up for 10 years now.
Yes.
Honey,
they have been not together for 10 years.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
And I'm not going to
in and out for 5 years. So my friends and my family just have to deal with it.
And I'm dealing with it as best as I can.
Last time I was told it was done completely, but it's still going on.
My sister tell me every day.
This is what I do as a friend. Whenever the person talks, I block it out.
I don't speak to that person about it anymore.
Thank you. And I'm glad because it becomes like
do you need a drink, baby?
No.
To hear the same thing over and over and over.
They haven't heard it for
again.
about 2 years.
No, but you have to give the person time.
Yeah,
that person will eventually leave
on their
10 years. I'm spitting on myself. 10 years of that's not my boyfriend, but every other day he's like, y'all are out going to games.
Sometimes it be like that.
Oh my gosh, there was this one situation. Well, this used to be the revolving scenario. The revolving scenario was, and I'm not trying to tell the business, but I'm telling the tea a little bit.
Well, you just use somebody's experience to explain stuff.
That's right. Exactly.
Because that's what it is.
The revolving scenario is always, we're out shopping, or we're out at a bar, or we're out at some random place, and he pops up at the place.
No.
When I'm talking... Listen, I'm looking at her with her having the same shock face as I am, because I'm like, why are we in Walmart and I'm watching him walk towards us in Walmart at 11:30 at night?
That's a different level.
Well, all I'm saying is, it's quite an interesting scenario that's been going on for a long, long time. And it's not just me that's like experiencing this. It's like her friends, and she's always like, "Oh my God, how did you find me? What are you doing here?" And I'm like, really? Really? Is that what we're going to do? However, well, the other scenario is I have another friend of ours. I will not say names, of course, but they realized that their significant other actually had a tracker on their vehicle because their car battery died.
Don't
and
say
they
this
had.
They we don't want nobody to get no idea.
So
that's true.
No, for real.
This is, you know what? That's so off
That's
topic.
so if you gotta go to that extreme, straight up, something's wrong.
No, and then she found out he was cheating.
Mm-hmm. And he had a tracker on her.
No, she found out he was actually meeting another woman.
Oh, what?
She had a tracker on him. Yeah.
Wow.
Most of the time, men are the ones who do this.
But she's
some great. Listen,
let
me tell you something. Last weekend, Jay was walking outside, doing his 3-mile walk, and was walking out the gate. When he was walking through the gate, a girl came through the gate, ran through the gate. When she ran through the gate, she came through the gate and said, "Where that nigga at? Where that nigga at?"
Oh my goodness.
Remember when the gate was broken? That's why the gate was broken.
Okay.
She actually drove through the gate?
Drove through.
Oh my goodness.
Jay said, "Melanie, if you saw her, you would have never thought." He was like, she looked like a, a put together lady, pretty lady, long hair and a long ponytail. He was like, she was a nice looking lady. She rolled through the gate.
She lost her mind for a second.
Girl, no.
Oh
no! No, he saw it because he was out walking, and the lady. No, the lady bust through and was looking for somebody. In the neighborhood.
Else.
So she had to have she obviously had a tracker too, because how she got here?
She was like, "Wait a minute, wait a minute." But that's another show.
That's another show. We're back on family. But like I said, look, we've never said that this was scripted. We just kind of went left.
Bring it back by saying maybe if your family member's in a relationship like that, you do need to say something to them.
Oh, I have.
Because car trackers.
I had a come to Jesus moment with them, and now he thinks I forever hate him, and I don't. But
they need to keep you out of it at the end of the day.
I'm out of it. I've removed myself. I've removed myself from that. So, but
some family members stress you out.
Oh God.
Well, as you can hear, Lord, from the previous conversation,
I done had to distance love from a distance because I can't deal with your problems. I got my own problems.
Exactly.
I got my own problems, and sometimes family call it selfish. Sometimes family say you think you better or whatever. No, I can't. I got my own stuff, my own household to deal with. I can't be worrying about you, flying you here because I'm concerned about you and how you feeling about whatever you going through. Trying to be there for you because when I'm going through, who there for me?
You're not there. They're not there.
That's right. So you have
who there for me?
But the problem is you help them out and you help them deal with whatever the situation is. They ask for advice and do all these things. You give them advice and then they don't follow your advice, and they end up in the same situation over and over and over again. So at some point, you have to stop trying to help them.
And then there's the other side, not just help. Then you have family members who forget that you're a grown woman. And you feel that my life,
and that
you tell me what to do in my life. This my house.
Yeah.
So because it's not comfortable for you, you trying to tell me how to live my life. This my life. Stay in your house, and I'm going to stay in my house. Can't tell me what to do.
Are they older?
Older.
See,
yeah, you know, the aunties.
Yeah. Well, look, I have the older sister mommy syndrome because there's such a wide difference in my siblings. You know, I'm 40 and my baby brother and sister are 23 and will be 27. And so I'm like I kind of act like they're my kids.
Yeah,
and Zakia, who has my
just said the
little
name.
Oh, the baby sister. Sorry, I had some bubbly. But anyway, the youngest sibling. It is what it is. She's having another baby, and which I'm, you know, kind of ecstatic about because I don't know if I can have kids because of my health issues, which we'll talk about in another show. It's still scary because it's like she's 27 and that generation of people, she's not together. Like she doesn't have a plan. She's having another baby. She's not working.
And that's her issue.
And it's her issue. I know, but I've taken it on as my issues because I'm older. I want better. Yeah. And also, like at the end of the day, I think maybe it's the black people families, but I don't think we as a whole think about our future generations as much as our non-black and brown counterparts. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. And I'm not saying, and I think again, we do kind of dabble in talking about the historical context to it in that we've been racially deprived for hundreds of years, and now we're like finally getting at that point where we're starting to get ourselves educated. We're starting to, you know, create good lives for ourselves. But I don't think that we're at the point where we're like leaving things for our next generation to be in a better position. Whereas, our Caucasian counterparts have had, has had a leg up for, hundreds of years. Although, statistically, I mean, there's more, because of the, just population-wise, more non-black people are actually in poverty. But that's not stuff that you necessarily see on the media. That's not things that you necessarily talk about a lot. And I think this resurgence of this new administration is just a testimony of that group. We have babies walking in the room. Again, it's a family show. Today we're doing a party, and kids are coming in and out. So,
same role.
It is what it is. But like I was saying, we're speaking from a perspective of what we know culturally, whether it's Caribbeans, whether it's African Americans, whether it's our other brown, family. You're the other, our brown sisters. But it's just amazing when you see like our current president, who is in that 1% category.
We're about to talk about
no,
the lovely.
I don't want to talk about him, but I'm just saying that
talk about the lovely.
when you see the anger, and then you see how he rose to prominence.
Yeah.
It's not off of the backs of like wealthy white people. It's poor, angry white people that voted for him.
Black people that didn't.
And you know, I mean, it's not as we play up the black people didn't turn out to vote so much, but the reality was it wasn't that many. Anyway, but let's go back to family.
Getting family organized. That's another topic.
Yeah.
Listen, I know last year, my family, my little family, my mom passed away. So it had been a while, even before my mom passed away, that we even got together. I have a small family. My husband has a huge family. And we attempted to do like a Thanksgiving get together in another city, in Atlanta. And trying to get everybody on the same page is like merely almost impossible.
Yeah.
Whereas I look at my husband's family, who's huge, they do stuff like this all the time. Like this party we're having, we just decided let's spread the love because they always, when I say always, 4th of July, you think this is big, the whole block is like a block party with nothing but family.
But do you think that's also a problem with maybe even geography-wise?
That's what I was thinking.
I think
are they mostly
if a lot of people are clustered
here, but
yeah, and it makes it easier. I mean, for as long as I can remember, I've always been wanting to have like a family reunion type thing. Now, first generation U.S. is not that easy. I mean, most of my family is my immediate family, which were just my parents and my siblings, and we were here. There's clusters of my family in Baltimore. There's, clusters that's in Jamaica. There's clusters in Europe. There's clusters in Canada. I've never gotten together with any of them. And it's sad.
Well, one thing too, like with my husband's family, if one person in the family is in trouble, everybody pull in. Everybody put their heads together and try to figure out how to help the person. And I don't know, I can just speak for my own family, regardless of the fact that we don't live at the same space at the same time. It's kind of like you doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. And in a lot of families, this person's doing this thing, and people be going through stuff in the family and nobody even knows.
Yeah.
Nobody even knows. We, see each other every now and then. And I noticed that a lot, in different families, so when I see his side of the family, his dad's side of the family, it's amazing to me how they always celebrate. Every week, somebody having a birthday, they celebrate it. Every week, whether it's something small or big, they come together and they make it a point to make sure that the kids see that they come together as a family. Sometimes everybody doesn't come, but it's always somebody there to support each other.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I've witnessed a lot of families, they're not like that. Everybody's kind of in their own little world. They have their own, intermediate family, but that's about it. And then my friends become my family.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still think geography has a lot
to do with it.
Because with my family, my parents live in St. Croix, and they come up to visit, but I don't see a lot of my other family members unless I go to St. Croix or I drive to them. Nobody comes to see me, but it's a money issue too.
Yeah.
Everybody's not in the same position to travel to see each other. We're trying to plan a family reunion for Thanksgiving, but who knows who's going to be able to make it to St. Croix. And I also find that people tend to share with who they're around, who they see on a regular basis.
That's true.
Even we don't talk as, I don't know, they can't see me pointing to her, but we don't talk as much, and I think it's just because you moved away. But we see each other. We don't even talk as much because I don't see you as often at work as usual. I talk to Ms. Maury more than I talk to you guys because I see her more. Or even you, Melanie. Now I talk to you every single day.
Because your door is right there.
We're right there.
The class is right there.
And I think that
it's proximity
makes
a
huge difference with who you're sharing your frustrations or your struggles
Although
with,
I
or
talk
your
to Rankin.
celebrations with.
I talk all the time. Yeah.
To who? So,
Right here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think proximity plays a big
We started
factor.
talking.
Yeah.
We started talking more.
Mm-hmm.
We started.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to. What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think too, you just get, sometimes you get caught up in the cycle of life.
Yeah.
And there's so many things going on. And then by the time you get home, all you want to do is just
Exactly.
relax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then I think too, the texting, the electronics, I think has kind of pulled a lot of people apart. Like,
It's made it more
Yeah.
easier for you to like,
Than to have face-to-face conversation.
Yeah.
or even voice-to-voice conversation.
which is kind of why I decided to fix that. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Which is kind of why I decided, even though, like I said, people in my family, they didn't, you having a lot of people at your house. That's a lot. That's a lot of people. Where are the people going to park?
People say that.
I don't care.
People say that.
I don't care about that because when I lost my mom, you realize at the end of the day, what's important. All the frivolous, your house, you're gonna have all these people in your house. That means nothing to me because you can't get moments back.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed. It took me a long time to get in a space where I have so much love around me and my mom's not here. So when I don't have that, I try to create, opportunities for us to get together, for us to get away from the day to day. And you know what? Y'all just sit back, bring one little thing, we'll get together because that's what life is about. Yeah. Tomorrow is not promised. And I think so often people, family, they get so caught up in things that don't even matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you. It don't even matter. Mm-hmm. It don't even matter. Who cares? Everybody figured out where to park. Right?
Yeah, we figured it out.
Everybody figured out where to park. Everybody's having a good time. This stuff, yes, I like nice things. This is my gift. This is what I do. This is my piece, decorating. I don't do it for show. I do it to live. And I want people to come and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Me just being home looking at this stuff means nothing to me. Means nothing. It's a house. It's another way of celebrating my family, my friends. That's what life is about. At the end of the day.
Yeah. I did get this question earlier this week. Talking about family can also be friends and not blood.
Listen, I could talk to my friends more than I could talk to my family. And they don't pass judgment. And they love me. And they love me all the same. Mm-hmm. And that's what matters.
That actually helped me when I decided to take a leap of faith and start working on political campaigns. And it was like I would uproot in like a day or two to like some new city or some new state and work on a campaign for a few months. And it was just me. And so my adopted colleagues and people that I would encounter on these campaigns became my family. And now I have brothers and sisters of all races and creeds and colors and backgrounds and experiences. And I again, it when you think about family, it doesn't have to be the traditional sense anymore. And so maybe that's why I've gone through so like big periods of like not even being in relationships, because I found comfort in like the friends that I've encountered and created these lasting bonds with. But no, I don't think family has to be blood. Sometimes they're like not the most conducive people to be around.
No.
So a lot of times I'm having stuff at the house. I don't even invite the family. I invite my friends.
Because
you're
have them around.
Because your time is precious, man.
Yeah.
Your time is precious.
You want to be around people that make you happy.
Yes. Exactly.
People would,
and not just people that's there because you just tolerate each other.
You're only there because you're related.
Exactly.
You're there because you choose to.
That's why I always say there's a difference. Family. There's a difference between family and relatives. There's a difference. Oh, yeah. It's a big difference. Yeah, we relatives, but you ain't necessarily my family.
Yeah.
I have some family members I invite all the time. They never come. they never come. They never take the time to get to know me, my extended family, because my husband's family, they love on me sometimes a lot more than my own family. You understand what I'm saying? But they never take the time to see what my husband's family is about, or to see, the family that I married into. They never take the time to do that.
Because they have this perception. And, I almost find sometimes like your family your blood relatives don't really want anything good for you.
I know. It's like
they're not that supportive.
That's bad.
And it's horrible. I mean,
the way it sounds is horrible, but it's the truth.
That's the reality. I mean, sometimes
your own family can be jealous of you, like,
exactly. At the end of the day, I know that
I touched the nerve. For real,
jealous. It's
they don't understand. How can you be so loving to other people outside of your? They won't say that, but that's what they think.
Show you love.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Those people show you love. They're there for you, like Nicole and Renee. There for you when you need them to be there for you. They become your family.
Exactly. That's what it is, man. That's what it's about. Listen, like I said, it took me a long time to be surrounded by genuine, loving people. I had a lot of people around me that were not genuine.
It's so funny, not to interrupt, how Melanie and I reconnected.
Yeah.
We've known each other since high school because we were both Ivy Rosette,
which is like a debutante for like AKA.
For AKA.
When we were in high school.
And then after that, some time had passed and we hadn't seen each other. I think we ran into each other like once or twice on campus at Florida State. And then I saw her at her coming out party, which she doesn't remember. It was a blur. And then all these years later, what happened? I think it was a wedding.
I think I called. I mean, we would talk, and then I called. I was like, Keita, listen. You got something you can put on really quick? Because I got a wedding I got to go to, and I need a date.
And I was like, okay. And then we just reconnected, and it was like no time had passed.
Yeah.
And again, I feel like that with so many friends and classmates that I've gone to school with from like elementary and middle school. If I see them today, having not seen them in 20 plus years, it's like no time had gone by. And then I have a couple of friends who I thought we were really cool and great. And then you find out that they are just looking for your demise. But, now I think I've learned to go with, I've learned to just go with vibes and energy.
Yeah.
And, at the end of the day, that makes me look at, my blood family very differently than, like, to me, my true family. My family isn't necessarily the family I was born into. Also, it also made me make the decision of joining a sorority. I know I kind of talk about that, but it's like you're being more, for me, I need to be more around like-minded people. Because for me, that, our hearts are, listen, I found, I went to my first chapter meeting yesterday.
She's a Neo.
Just a little sidebar.
She's a Neo.
Just a little sidebar.
She's a new AKA.
But, and it was just one of those, look, I know I'm not going to get along with everybody. But I felt like, oh my God, I'm on the same wavelength as most of these women because we're trying to do similar things. And again, help the community, build a legacy for ourselves. And this is the type of family that I like to be around. Go-getters, because that encourages me. I mean, something as simple, or it's not as simple, but like, I've never bought a home before. And I think I never thought about it. I never thought about it. I never thought it was even possible. I never been around the people that like, hey, this is absolutely doable. And look how we took our time and just, it gave me a mindset. I've gone to my first home buyers workshop now, and I'm like now actually feeling motivated to get myself rooted somewhere. Now, am I still going to continue with my career as a political operative and, probably jumping from other campaigns to other campaigns? Yes, but now I feel like I am starting to put some roots somewhere.
And the thing is, what I noticed with family, you would think that family would be the ones that you talk to every day, and they're like, encouraging you. Okay, now, like keeping you accountable and encouraging you to make stuff happen. When they know things that you want to do with your life or things you want to do with yourself, you would think that family would be the one to say, okay, now, Keita, come on. You said you wanted to buy a house. Now, come on. You need to get it going. Family don't do that. It's always the friends.
It's always someone
it's outside.
Always the friends. But then it is those families. Like, I think I absolutely see visualizing myself that when I get married and have my own family, that's absolutely the legacy that I want to start. I want to start with family meetings, and I want to start with communications and like just genuine support from one another to like, let's encourage you. Let's have a plan. Let's have a plan and let's stick to that plan. I want a Huxtable type family dynamic.
Girl,
I know it's not real, but that's what I want, and it's doable, and people are out there doing it like that.
Which kind of goes to the next point. It was like, the point was staying close knit. How do you stay close knit with your family, with your friends? We'll say family because I consider my friends my family. Mm-hmm. How do you stay close knit? Like, one of the reasons, again, why I told Jay, I said, I think we need to do something at our house because we're always going, to his side of the family's house, and we show up and, they feed us and everything. I said, but I never feel like when I go, they know who I am. They know I'm your wife, but it's a lot of them. So they don't really know me. They don't really know anything about me. So how do you start to build a relationship? How do you start to build a relationship with your coworkers? How do you start to build a relationship with friends? You have to create situations to make that happen. Mm-hmm. You have to be able and open to go and participate and be open and have an open heart and engage and be willing to open up your house. Be willing to say, you know what, y'all take the back seat. We got this. Don't worry. Y'all, all I need y'all to do is just bring one thing and we gonna make it happen. And that's how now they know where we live. I had one of Jay's aunt to walk in. She was like, I always see you. And I remember Jay had a wife, but I didn't put two and two together every time I see you that you are, now I know who you are.
Just sidebar, we did actually have someone to chime in.
They just said, hey, y'all.
That's they Jackie. Said, hey. Hi, Jackie.
Who's in Atlanta.
Hey, Jackie.
Who left me.
Aww.
Now she's in Atlanta.
Well, just wanted to say hi. Finally.
We got one chat.
Someone has chatted with us, but they just said, hey. So I wanted to say, hey back.
But yeah, I mean, I think with anything, in a relationship, in a friendship, in a family unit, it takes effort. Anything you want out of something, you got to be willing to put into it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, people have to respect that you have other obligations. So, like my friends, I'll speak about Miss Rankin. I know my friend loves me to death, but because she is my friend, when she was living here and I would have something and she would say, Mel, I love you, but I can't be there. I understand that. It's okay. And I'm not looking at you a certain way because you're not there. And I understand you have a life, you have a family, and when you can, you will. But you were there in other ways. And I think people have to respect that in every moment of people's lives, it may not be in accordance to where you are in your life. But when you're a friend and when you really are a genuine person, you're able to understand that it's not personal. It's not a personal thing. They got stuff they dealing with or going through or doing on their own. But that's my friend. And I respect her, and that don't mean she antisocial or she nasty, and it could be that, you know what? I gotta feel out the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I gotta feel out the energy.
Because your crowd might not be my crowd.
Exactly. And I know how I am. Once I'm open, I'm loyal.
Yeah.
Like, once you got my heart, that's it. I'll do anything for you. You ask me anything, call me anytime, whatever. Like, Keita, that's how I am. Yes. People may not know that about me because I'm kind of quiet, kind of to myself to a certain degree until you know me. But I'm very selective, especially when I've lost my mom. I've been through some stuff, personally. My husband is a singer, so it's a lot of different things. I have to be aware. I'm a wife. I have to be conscious of who I'm letting into my space because I've had friends that weren't for me. They weren't for me.
You have to be vigilant.
Yeah. Yes. And it don't matter what color. One of my best friends is another one of my coworkers, Julie. It doesn't matter the color. What matters is the heart. Mm-hmm. Where is the heart? If your heart right, I'm good. Mm-hmm. I don't got time to be thinking the extra thinking. Yeah. Are they for me? Are they not for me? But even when it comes to family, certain family members, listen, I can't do you. I love you, but I can't do you. You gotta stay here. That's what it is.
It's funny. I tell my mom sometimes that, listen, I know that these are my siblings, but I can't really, they're not for me. They're not my cup of tea. They are your babies. I am one of your babies, lady. But they're not people I want to be around a lot. Oftentimes. I mean, I know. I said that to my mother, and she's just like slightly devastated.
You just love them from a distance. You love them from a distance. If they call me and they need me, I'm there. But
sometimes you still gotta say no.
Yeah. I mean, to a certain extent. To a certain extent. But that every day, no, you gotta figure that out. I'm sorry. You gotta figure that out on your own. Can't do it.
I had a friend that said something to me the other day, like, your world can't be wrapped around what's happening with your siblings in order for you to have your own life.
It's true.
And your own family. And I realized, is that a hindrance why I don't have a boyfriend right now? But, oh my goodness, really?
Yeah, we got 2 minutes, bro.
2 minutes.
To wrap it up.
Okay. So,
anybody have any last minute thoughts? I love that y'all are here. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We could genuinely go on and talk about this.
We could talk about this for one whole week.
Yeah, and this is going to be one of our ongoing topics.
I just want to say I appreciate everybody in this room.
Absolutely. Me too. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes. I think this was cool.
This is cool.
So, as we conclude this show, we wanted to remind you to follow us on Facebook.
Yeah.
We're on Twitter, Instagram at GurlWhat. That's GURLWHAT.
iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio.
Remember, I do political consulting.
Yes.
And some entertainment consulting as well. Breast cancer survivor. October's Breast Cancer Month.
Yeah.
So,
I think we got to get that show together.
As well as the ALS. So we got a couple of events that's happening in October that we're going to start talking about soon. You'll find us on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Play, and Spreaker, of course.
I'm Melanie. Find me on Facebook, Mel Shan, Mrs. Mel Shan. On Twitter, I do interior decorating, Shin Chic Decor. Also,
and let's take it away with our verse.
Colossians 1:16. All things have been created through him and for him.
And I said, on that note, you have been tuned in to Girl What?